Hello and welcome to Math Talk, Making Sense of Numbers. What do building bridges, piloting airplanes and measuring a mountain all have in common? They all rely on math, specifically trigonometry. If you have ever asked yourself, when will I ever use this episode is for you. I am your host, Diana Atieno, and this show is for you, students, math learners, and anyone who wants to make better sense of numbers and formula that often feel mysterious. Today, we are exploring one of the most powerful tools in mathematics, trigonometric ratios. We'll break down sine, cosine, and tangent and discover how they are used not just in class but in real life, from etiquette to aviation. Now, I know tri can seem a little bit intimidating. That is why I have invited someone special to help us out. Joining me today is a woman I truly admire, a leader in mathematics and education, and someone who has helped thousands of students overcome their fear of formulas. She is a senior lecturer at University of Nairobi with over 10 years of experience teaching advanced math. Please welcome Professor Brenda Atieno. Professor, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Diana. I'm delighted to be here and to talk about one of my favorite topics. Trigonometry is such a fascinating area of math, and it becomes so much easier once you understand the basics.
Thank you, madam. I appreciate a lot for your visit of today. So let's begin at the very beginning. Professor, for our listeners, especially those in school, what are trigonometric ratios?
Trigonometric ratios describe the relationship between the sides of a right-angled triangle. The three most commonly used ones are sine, cosine, and tangent. Each one compares two sides of the triangle depending on which angle you are working with. They help us calculate missing angles or side lengths even with limited information.
Thank you, madam. So, what exactly do these three, sine, cosine, and tangent, represent?
That's a good question, Madam Diana. Sine is the ratio of the opposite side to the hypotenuse. Cosine is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, and tangent is the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. To help students remember, we often use the mnemonic SO, CA, TOA. That stands for sine is equals to opposite divided by hypotenuse, cosine is equals to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, and tangent is equals to opposite divided by adjacent.
Thank you. So our listener, we can say, just as madam has said, that so, ca, to, a, where sine is equals to opposite over
hypotenuse,
cosine is equals to adjacent over
hypotenuse,
and tangent is equals to opposite over
adjacent.
Thank you. Now, imagine a triangle in front of you, learners. One right angle. You are looking at another angle. Can you point out which side is opposite, which side is adjacent? Grab a piece of paper and sketch it out. Don't worry if it is not perfect. We are all learning. That is why we are here. Madam, students are asking, where will I ever use this in real life? Can you give us some examples?
Absolutely. Trigonometry is used all around us. Like engineers use it to calculate the right angles and supports in buildings. Pilots use it to calculate flight angles, altitude, and distances. Surveyors use it to measure land using triangles and angles. Even things like GPS systems and 3D animations rely on trigonometry functions behind the scenes.
Thank you. Now let us be honest, madam. Many students struggle with trigonometry. Why is that?
I think the biggest challenge is that students try to memorize without truly understanding what they are doing. Trigonometry is visual. It's about shapes, space, and relationships. If students don't draw the triangle or relate it to something real, the formulas can feel meaningless.
Okay, madam. So visualization really matters to learners?
Yes, it matters. It matters and it is everything. When students take time to sketch the triangle, label the sides, and try and see how the angles affect the sides, the learning becomes more intuitive. I always tell my students, if you can draw it, you can solve it.
Thank you. Do you have a favorite classroom example?
Yes. One that students love is measuring the height of a tree using a protractor and tape measure. You stand a certain distance away, measure the angle of elevation to the top of the tree, and then apply tangent to calculate the height. It shows them how powerful trig is, and they are always amazed.
Thank you. Alright. Let's switch it up with a quick fire round. I'll say a word, you respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. Ready?
Ready, madam.
Let's go. Sine,
Wave,
cosine,
pattern,
tangent.
slope.
Perfect. So, before we close, what should you say to learners who feel discouraged with a math, especially trig?
I could say, don't give up. You are not bad at math. You may just need a new way to look at it. Trigonometry is like learning a new language. Once you understand what the ratios means and how they apply to the world around you, it becomes easier. Be patient with yourself and keep practicing.
Thank you so much, madam. I appreciate a lot. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Math Talk, Making Sense of Numbers. I would thank you, Professor Brenda Atieno, for joining us and making trigonometric ratio clearer, more practical, and even enjoyable. To all our listeners, I hope you are walking away with better understanding of sine, cosine, and tangent, and how to use them with confidence. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast, share it with your classmates, and check out the show notes for diagram and mini quiz. Until next time, this is Diana Atieno, your host, reminding you, math isn't just a subject, it's a way of understanding the world.